Yes, people. CSR applicability wise route, non-applicability. Okay, write down the. So you would have written non-applicability. You wrote both the points of 50 lakhs. That is also written, no? Okay. Write down the next one, people. CSR committee. CSR committee. Write down the. Next one, CSR committee. You guys wrote note under non-applicability. Note is not written. Okay. Under non-applicability, write off one note. Again, this note is a new amendment. The first one is, okay, rule 3, sub-rule 1, second provision. They have added something. What is that, sir? Any company having unspent CSR, as per section 135 subsection 6 shall constitute a CSR committee. Shall constitute a CSR committee. That is a note. What is a note? I'll explain you later. Next one, write down CSR committee. First one, composition. A CSR committee. The committee shall consist of three or more directors in which at least one shall be independent director. One shall be independent director. In case of private company, the committee may be constituted with only two directors. You can add it for both actually, in case of private company and unlisted public company. In case of foreign company, at least one member of committee shall be Indian resident. The board's report shall disclose CSR committee. The board's report shall disclose CSR committee. Copy down. Yes, sir. Okay. So what is the CSR committee composition? Okay, write up one roles and responsibility. Role and responsibility. Role and responsibility. Role and responsibility. Copy. Shall we copy or shall we jump? Formulate and recommend. Formulate and recommend. Formulate and recommend board. Formulate and recommend the board about CSR policy, which indicates activities to be undertaken recommend amount of expenditure, monitor CSR policy. Monitor CSR policy. Done na? Copy down. Done na? Yes, sir. Okay. So people, what is the CSR? First of all, what is CSR? We saw yesterday. CSR applicability not for everyone, only if you are big. Which company? A listed public company. Sorry. All company or public company? Private also. Private. So we will remember is okay. Section 8 company. Da? Got the question? Na? Section 8 company. They are not covered here. Tilda. Why? Their objective itself is to do that. But people unfortunately have written as what? Every company, logic I don't know, but even for Section 8 company, CSR is applicable. Is it clear? Sir, but what is the deeper logic, people? The deeper logic would be, if at all CSR is applicable, you need to do it in a more formulated way. Committee and all should come, fancy words and all you need to use. Reporting and all will come. Section 8 company, all that were not there. But if that is applicable, even for you it is applicable. You need to follow the entire chapter. Is clear? Pakka na? Okay. So sir, once CSR is applicable to me, I will have to compose a committee. Of course, my directors will come and sit in this particular committee. The committee will consist of 3 directors, in which one shall be an independent director. So 2 normal directors, 1 independent director. However, in a private company, people, is independent director mandatory? First of all, in a private company, should independent director come? Hey, first of all, in a public, when and all independent director will be appointed? Every state company. हटाओ उसको. Public company. $100, 10, 250 or 50? 50 or more, exceeding 50. Is it for public company or private company or every company? So, people unlisted public company, if they are not satisfying those criteria, independent director not applicable. So then how do I form my committee? So they are telling you the unlisted public companies, private companies. For you, if independent director is not there, then okay, form a committee without independent director. Now I'll ask you a question now. If independent director is not there, how many directors should sit in my CSR committee? 2 or 3? Private company, unlisted public company. Independent director is not there. How many people have to sit in my CSR committee? Think and answer. 2 na 3 na? Got a question? So 2 or 3? Yeah, school bro. Huh? Reader. Committee shall consist of 3 or more directors in which one will be independent director. When independent is not there, 2 only, no. And another logic, the private company irode minimum 2 directors. In a private company, what is the minimum directors? My company has 2 only now. That is the law telling, you unlisted public company, private company, macha, farm it with 2 only, it's okay. Clear? Foreign company, you tell me how many directors will be there in a foreign company? Hey, first of all, foreign company, CSR is applicable. Foreign company. Hey, you go to Putin. You say, Putin, come and spend money in India. Will you come and spend that? Eli. Okay, appa. Infosys is there. Infosys has one branch in New York. They will spend there. Are you okay na? Abba, Deshdrohis, you are not okay. We spending there, but they have to spend here. What? Huh? Sir, we are underdeveloped country. So developing the underdeveloped. We are developing. From 8 years we are telling no. Yes, people. So foreign companies CSR applicable na? Got the question na? People, the law says if a foreign company, if at all you have any activity in India, you can have a branch office, you can have a subsidiary, you can have your own entity. If at all there is anything in India, for this entity, CSR will be applicable. Whatever operations they do, we will count the limits accordingly. So for them, it will be applicable. Now, according to their laws, sir, now should we appoint an independent director? Nowhere we discussed about foreign company at all. We just discussed about listed or unlisted. Foreign company, where did it even come? So law says you can also form it with 2 members only. Only one criteria here. One should be a resident individual. A person or whoever is in India, he should be a member of the CSR committee. Is this clear, all of you? Understood? Pakka? Yes, sir. Got it, Dada? Okay. Committee shall consist of 3 or more independent. The board's report shall disclose CSR committee, whatever CSR committee people, we have an entire provision only called as board's report. We'll be seeing that. In that report, you have to tell that whatever is the CSR committee, who is the CSR committee, chairman, who is the members, everything you have to disclose in the board's report. Is it clear, all of you? Yes. Sir, what is the role and responsibility of CSR committee? What do they do now? First one, people, they will check whether CSR is applicable for us or not. If applicable, they will come up with CSR policy. Meaning, where shall we spend money? Where shall we spend money, people? Society. Okay, for now, let us keep it as society. So we can spend money on society. Okay. Sir, so they will come up with a CSR policy. Basically, a project. Where shall we spend? They will come up and give a PPT. They will make the other 2 directors sit and one director will present the PPT. Macha, Sida, this is what we'll do, this is what we'll do. And after that, he will tell how much money we have to spend. There is an amount you have to spend. There is no choice. You have to spend so much of money. So he will tell according to this is the minimum amount we have to spend. He will come up with that. After it is done, the committee will have to monitor the project. Yes, sir. This will be the role and responsibility of the CSR committee. Is this clear, all of you? Yes.
CSR committee will check whether it is applicable or not. CSR committee will come.
Correct. Tilda. So imagine for 13, okay, imagine let us take 2023-24. 31st March, I'll get my balance sheet. According to that, I'll know what is my net worth, what is my turnover, what is my net profits. Sir, according to this, if at all I'm coming under this criteria, now the law says you have to form a CSR committee. How long does it take? Irode 5 director. You two become the members of CSR committee. That's all. The grouping will just be done because you're not electing one person from public. It is someone in the directors only, right? Yes, sir. Understood, but I'll always tell you people, I believe your indirect tax is done, no? GST. So when should you register for GST? 20 lakhs or 40 lakhs, service and goods. Correct, So sir, when I touch 20, what is the time given? 30. So within 30 days, hey, I don't know how to register and all, whom should I go, where should I go, what and all I need. The only 30 days is it sufficient, Only 30 days is it sufficient? If practically think they will ask for some documents and all, your balance sheets and all should be ready. You need one number, you need a reliable person. 30 days is sufficient. But logically think when you're going towards 20 lakhs or 40 lakhs, won't you know in advance? When your sales touches 19 lakh, when your sales touches 19.5, don't you know in advance you are going towards that? So that's the reason you need to be prepared. So when these limits 1505, you know you are going towards that. And I'm telling you, a company of 1000 crore, 500 crore and 5 crore, already a CS is there. If not, clear, Got it, Now, okay, third one, write down. By when, okay, what is the CSR expenditure? 100 committees also it can be. That was a question, Write down. The company shall spend, how much, The company shall spend how much? You guys know, so we'll skip off, 2% of is the average profits of company during 3 immediate preceding financial year. But I will again ask me what is that. Yeah, okay. Preceding financial year. Next one, there is something called as administrative expenses. What is administrative expense? Office expenses. Or you can call it as administrative overheads. Administrative expenses or overheads shall not exceed 5% of total CSR expenditure of financial year. Yes, sir. Okay, what is CSR expenditure, people? The company shall spend 2% of average profits of company during the 3 immediate preceding financial year. So what is that, sir? Imagine once the CSR is applicable to me. Now how much I need to spend? I will take 3 years, people. 21, 22, 23. In these 3 years, I'll take my profits. 5 crore, 15 crore, 1 crore. Sir, divided by 3. How much, 20, 21 divided by 3, 7 crore. 7 crore into 2%. How much, 10% is 70, 1% is 7, 2 is 14 lakh. 14 lakhs, 1 no. 14 lakhs, Now people, the law says once your CSR is applicable to you, you have to spend at least 14 lakh rupees towards the society. You have to spend. You don't have a choice. Is it clear, Yes, Okay, we will spend. So what? We will form one CSR committee. For all the committee, we need fancy building. We need one fancy office. Electricity bill will come. Say for example, meetings will happen. No refreshments, food and all. Sir, towards it, I will get the refreshments from Taj Banjara. Yes, or Leela Palace. From there only I'll order. From there only some 4 lakhs is spent. Another 10 lakh I'll spend on your society. Is it okay? CSR only, no, that committee CSR only, no, da? Then, so law is telling administrative expenses or overheads shall not exceed 5% of total CSR expenditure. So how much ever is your total CSR expenditure? How much appa? 14 lakh. In this take 5%. How much will that be? 1.4 in that half. How much? 70? 70,000. So sir, 70,000 rupees is the maximum overheads I can incur. Understood, all of you? What is administrative overheads, people? Basically, say for example, a company situated, let us take, what do you call it? Old age home, or imagine they situated a school as a CSR expenditure. Whenever you have constructed a school, you need to hire a teacher to teach. A teacher is coming. Now my question to you, is teacher considered as an administrative cost or not? No. Why? It's outside CSR. Huh? So the difference is, people, administrative overheads, something which just supports CSR. It does not put anything to CSR. The teacher here is only CSR. The 14 lakh is only CSR. That you can give it to teacher. That is the reason you built this school. I get in the point. Imagine you bring up a old age home. You cook food there. The food is CSR expenditure that belongs to 14 lakh, not the 70,000. Then what is 70,000? Imagine your directors once in a while will go and visit that old age home. They will take a cab. They will show that cab as an expense. That is administrative cost. Are you getting the point, all of you? Understood? Okay. In CSR, there are some amendments. That's not there in your book. Recent amendments. Okay, what is administrative cost? The online understood? Asida, administrative overheads. So that 5%, what and all is included in that 5%? General management or administration. General management is these people. If at all they spend anything, all that will come under administrative cost. Sir, what is not considered as administrative cost? See here, designing of CSR, implementation of CSR. The teachers comes under implementation, no. So do not treat it as administrative cost. Treat it as a total CSR expense only. That is what they are telling. Sir, what else? Evaluation of CSR, monitoring of CSR. Sir, these four are not included in your administrative overheads. When I say it is not included in administrative overheads, it is included in the overall CSR expenditure only. So it does not come under 70,000, it comes under 14 lakhs itself. Clear? Pakkana? Understood? Okay. I'll ask a question, na? Sure? La pakkana anta. How much the company should have spent? 14 lakh they should have spent. Imagine our company spent 20 lakhs. They spent excess. My question to you, can they carry forward the excess CSR spent? Think and answer. They can carry forward. Pakka no. 100% no. I'll give you one chance. Later you should not change your answer. Can they carry forward the excess CSR spent? You can think and answer. Later you cannot say that sir did not ask me again. They cannot carry forward. Pakka na. Convinced. They can. Pakka na. Convinced. Later you cannot say again, I didn't give you an opportunity. Pakka na. Yes sir. People, until 2021, carry forward was not allowed. Excess you spent, that's all done. After 21, people, there is an amendment. Now you can carry forward the excess CSR spent to the succeeding years. Meaning, imagine next year also I have to spend 14 lakh. I have spent excess 6 lakh. No, set off 6 lakh. In the next year, you have to just spend 8 lakhs. He understood. Sir, how many years can I carry forward? Let us keep on 8 years. 10 no? 10 years? 3? Oi, how do you know? People, you can carry forward maximum for a period of 3 years, not beyond that. Is this clear, all of you? Pakka na? 100%. Any of you want to start your own company here? Ankit wants to start, huh? He said, so let us take you only. Yak bekittu he is telling. Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, why is the salary of teacher not considered as administrative cost? So you can take it as two things. One is administrative, one is CSR. Administrative cost does not help anything with regards to CSR. It is not at all, it just supports us. For that, how much is required? You can need to spend only that much. The CSR project you have taken up, that actually the teacher, now imagine you have taken up the school. So teaching is CSR expenditure. That is not administrative. That is not supporting CSR. That is only CSR. You giving free education itself is CSR. So the salary spent on the teacher will come under CSR expenditure. No limit. Entire 14 lakh you give us salary only. There is no limit. Understood? Huh? Yes, sir. Okay. Huh?
Let us think that independent director goes to that school as a
Teacher.
lecturer. No.
Can he be paid?
Something
Huh?
like,
Whenever you are paying your independent director, that means he is becoming a part of your employment. If you become part of your employment, you are no longer independent. If you are no longer independent, you cannot be an independent. 149 subsection 6.
that was not mixed.
So now if at all you are paying him, if your question is if independent director goes there as a teacher, who is giving salary? That was only your question, no?
After 3 years also, fourth year they are not. If the 3 years they are not committed CSR, means fourth year they are not going to participate in CSR. And now the amendment is cancelled. So why is the set off period is only for 3 years? If there is a
So what was the amendment? If at all CSR is applicable, you need to form CSR committee. Before that, once CSR committee is formed, 3 years you have to keep the CSR committee like that only. What is the amendment now say? That part is removed. Now it will be applicable every year. You need to check it every year. Now what is your question?
my question is then why the set off period is only for 3 years? We have to check every year for CSR.
Correct. You have to check every year for CSR committee. Now imagine if I have spent off extra money. If at all I have spent off extra money, I cannot say until 2021 that was not counted at all. Imagine by mistake, now we'll see at the last there is one case law. One company instead of spending 5 lakh, they spent 36 lakh. They did not give a waiver. They went, sir, please sir, Gotilla. They said, no, next year you have to spend again everything fresh. What CSR? This is like rubabri. What is that? Gundaism. Correct? So you have to give that waiver. It was much needed. So what they are saying now, if you see why committee is not needed, what is spent of the money? What will committee do? Money is already spent. Committee is required when the money is still not spent. That is a note you wrote. We are yet to explain that. We'll see. Is clear? Okay. What did I wrote here? Ankit. He knew it, but he didn't still tell it. Okay. Now, people, imagine Ankit runs a company. Yes, sir. Okay. Let us look at everything from Ankit's point of view. For Ankit people, CSR is applicable. Now, Ankit became very big. Yes, sir. Ankit runs a full company. Now, people, Ankit wants to know whether the following things is considered as CSR expenditure or not. Now, you are all company secretaries. Ankit is consulting all of you. Yes, sir. Even you are also company secretary. Imagine you skip this chapter and went. Yes, sir. Now, people, the first question Ankit has. Now, during COVID people lockdown, Ankit had lot of employees working under him. Now, CSR was applicable to Ankit. Now, CSR expenditure had to be done by Ankit. Ankit thought, if at all I spend money on society, of course, there will be a well-being on society, that is fine. But one thing, now during COVID, Ankit's sales reduced. Because of which, Ankit wants to fire the employees. If you see all around, that is what is happening, right? People are just removing the employees left and right. Now, what Ankit is telling, MCA, instead of giving it to society, with that money, I will retain my employees. I'll pay them as salary only. Is this okay? Can I claim this as CSR expenditure? Ankit is asking all of you. Now you as a CS advisor. Tell that. Understood the question, tell that. No, yes, sir, no, quickly, we have more questions. Yes, sir. Later, you should not say again, I didn't give you a chance. No, later, you should not say I didn't give you a chance. Yes, sir, no, quickly one. No, people remember anything which is given as salary, that is your liability. It's not a responsibility. You have to give imagine you retained them. You're telling that you will not remove, you will retain them. You will not give them work. You will give them work or you will not give them work. When you're giving the work, that means you have to pay, no? Then it's your obligation, not responsibility. So it is not considered as CSR. Understood? Second one. Okay, Ankit said, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Beda, jagla hai. Okay. Now, second question Ankit has. Okay, sir. That's beda. I have to spend it on, anyways, I have to spend it. Sir, COVID time, sir, there is something called co-vaccine and all, it seems. I'll do one thing, sir. I'll arrange for a free drive for all my employees, family, children, their wives, parents, for everyone, sir. I'll get a Chia. Yes, sir. COVID vaccine. Sir, both the doses. Now, is this money considered as CSR or not? All the corporates spent thousands of crores on this particular vaccine for their employees. Not only employees, they're even family also. Now the question is, can I consider this as CSR or not? Quickly. Yes or no? Quickly, da. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Whatever Harshavardhan says is the answer.
The domain is interior. Within the company, employees should be there.
Family. Remember, people, anything done to the employee, again, I'm telling you, it's not your CSR, it's your obligation. You have to do it. It's not CSR. Clear? Third one. Sir, okay. There was one company, Ankit only. Ankit now got to know during COVID, the majority, the demand was for, okay, let us not take Ankit. Let us take Lifebuoy. You know Lifebuoy? You know Lifebuoy? How? Okay. Now people, imagine people, Lifebuoy, they have this sanitizers also. Until then also it used to be there. Somewhere in the Big Bazaar, last May, Anna, where is Lifebuoy? We had to ask. They used to come and they used to dust it and they used to give it to you. Sanitizers, they were there. But that was the scope. Now people in lockdown, obviously, sanitizers and masks, they became Kotyadipatis. Now people on Lifebuoy, CSR was applicable. Now what did Lifebuoy say? Lifebuoy said, sir, the entire country needs sanitizers. So they distributed sanitizers for free of cost, not for the employees, for the entire country. Now this cost, can I consider it as CSR or not? You can think an answer. You can later don't say didn't. Now you can think you can think an answer. Yes, can I consider it or not? As you rightly said, people, it cannot be considered as CSR. Why, people? People, anything which is done in your ordinary course of business is not CSR. If this is the case, DMart did CSR from its childhood. Buy one, get one free. Correct? No. They gave food also. Kotbale chakli, MTR, Rava idli mix and all is coming free of cost. Anything done in ordinary course of business is not considered as CSR. There is one exception they give. Earlier people, specifically it was written that any amount spent towards ordinary course of business is not considered as CSR. First it was there. Now they struck off that. Why? They gave an exception. What is that exception? If at all anyone is working towards vaccine, medicine or anything which is anything like drugs. Allah. Medicine, drugs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anything, what is that sound? Anything, people, if you are spending towards COVID with regards to vaccine, medicine, if you are working on R&D, And if that is only your regular business, that is only my regular business. Doing R&D is only my regular business. But still, if you are spending money on R&D only, it is considered as CSR. Provided you cannot do it independently, there are some list of labs given under this particular Companies Act. You have to tie up with any of those labs. Understood? You cannot do it independently. Is this clear, all of you? Yes, sir. Sir, now what are those labs? See, people. Can you see this? Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, popularly called as Ayush, Ministry of yes, sir. Clear? See, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Indian Council of Medical Research. So if at all you are doing it with collaboration, yes, sir, only then people, even if it is your ordinary course of business, you can claim it as CSR expenditure. Understood? Pakka na? Okay. Which was a company who invented Covaxin? Bharat Biotech. Bharat Biotech kada? Read. Covaxin, India's indigenous COVID-19 vaccine by Bharat Biotech, is developed in collaboration with Indian Council of Medical Research, National Institute of Virology, Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR. Do we have it? So, sir, if at all you are doing it as a tie-up, as a research and development for COVID vaccine, even if it is your ordinary course of business, it is considered as a valid CSR expenditure. Clear? Pakka na? 100%. Okay. Now, sir, let us come back to Ankit. Sir, yake? Life boy chanagitalla. Yes, sir. Now, people, Ankit feels from May 10th there is politics in India. Sorry, Karnataka. Manit chidinge. Yes, sir. So there is politics happening. Now, people, which party you support? BJP it seems. Okay, people. Okay. See, this is Congress. Then you say this, it's not Congress. What is left is BJP, no? BJP it seems. Okay. Okay, people. So, Ankit supports BJP it seems, people. So, he is giving 14 lakhs towards whatever is his campaigning of BJP. And he's telling, sir, consider this as CSR expenditure. Political contribution is not considered as CSR. Okay, sir. Now, Pathan movie was released. He is sponsoring for Pathan audio launch. Jume o Pathan. He's coming up with Pathan. He only does that hook step. Background people, Ankit company provides Pathan. Now tell me, people. Promotional events, sponsorship, marathons. Today they come now 10K run, 15K run. All my friends will say 15K run. They will never post the end. Only beginning they will post. Yay! B post, they will never post. So now they are telling people any such thing, whichever you are contributing towards, marathons, sponsorship events, these are not considered as CSR. Is this clear? Now Ankit wants to do something. Turkey, recently, earthquake happened. Lakhs of people, homeless, everything. Now people, he wants to contribute towards Turkey. Now can I consider this as CSR? How selfish you people have become. Huh? So people remember anything outside India not considered as CSR. Then now people, what did Ankit do? Ankit wanted to do something towards cancer patients. Yes, sir. So, this fundraiser series and all they do, no? They call one celebrity, they will do one musical night, and they will say whatever is the tickets raised, the money will go towards this particular cancer thing. So, Ankit raised money towards the cancer operations. Now, whatever is the money he got around 40 crore rupees he raised. So using the 14 lakh rupees, he organized the event. Understood? 14 lakhs I have to spend. No, I spent. I called that celebrity. I created that particular all DJ and all. Yes, sir, everything is done. Now, using these people, I earned 40 crore rupees. Now, he is claiming 40 crore rupees as business income. Can he do it? Whatever he has to spend, he has spent it. Now, whatever he gained from it, can he treat it as business income? It was his brain, Noda. He has paid for the celebrity. He said that he's cheating. That's okay. But from MCA point of view, can he use that money and can he say it's not CSR? See, he has done cheating. That is correct. But what I'm telling, can he say it is my business income? Remember, people, any money that arises from CSR also should go to CSR only. Meaning, sir, 14 lakh rupees you have to spend on CSR. Imagine you transfer to a different account. On that account, you have started receiving some income, interest. You got some, say for example, some 1 lakh rupees you earned as interest. That also should be spent on CSR only. Pakkana, 100%. Yes, sir.
Gets included in 2%. We need to spend 2%.
No, you have to include that it is an add-on. My 2% came to 14 lakh. I earn another 1 lakh. So what I need to spend is 15 lakh. Here, understood all of you? Pakkana? Okay. Now, write down how many you wrote. A, B you wrote. Write down C. Have you done A, B? No. Write C. Surplus arising out of CSR activities. Surplus arising out of CSR activities. Shall be put back to CSR project or shall be transferred to unspent CSR account or transfer to fund specified in schedule 7. Yes, sir. So anything surplus, you have to either spend it or treat it as a different account, unspent CSR account. You have to spend there also. What is unspent CSR? We'll see. Or transfer to fund specified in schedule 7. What is that, people? Imagine if you are not able to spend. Do one thing, give it to me. I will spend, says government. Yes, sir. Who said, people? Your Pradhan Mantri ji. Now, sir, whenever I say on what can I spend, they have given you one schedule, people. What is schedule? I've been telling you there is something called as schedule. Companies Act has, people, in total 7 schedules. Now CSR, where can I spend? They have given you certain list of items on what are the items on which you can spend. Yes, sir. The items are given under schedule 7. Why do we generally use schedules, people? If at all schedule is put in the act only, the act becomes bulky and you will feel one section only is so big. Now, for example, you will see schedule 7 is only 2.5 pages. If I put it under section 135, already section 135 is 3 pages. It will become 6 pages. I hitting the point. So schedules are just used for reference. Seeing something or something which talks detailed rules will be given in schedules. Is clear? Pakka na? Okay. So sir, on what can I spend? You can spend it on, people, these things. Just remember and go. They'll never. Bond paper I'm writing, see here. They will never ask you to write schedule 7. Never. Yes, sir. But what are that? Just remember some 5 to 6 items and go. You need not even remember. Imagine on what and all you can spend. Give me some 5 examples. Huh? Education, health, old age homes, child awareness programs, something is there. Research and development of vaccines and development of slum areas. Ababa. Dharavi, if you spend money, allowed. Women empowerment. Already it is there, no? Let us empower them more. Clean India. Something. This one, Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Har Ghar Tiranga. What is this? What is this, da? Har Ghar Tiranga, what is this? When was that? It is done, na? Coming. Done, no. Our Modi ji said, any company, Ankit, if you want to come and produce Indian flags in mass productions, and if you want to distribute and say Jihad, Jai Hind, if you want to say this people, then the law said you can spend money on that because Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, Har Ghar Tiranga, amendment that will not be there in your book. Yes, sir. But unfortunately, that Har Ghar Tiranga is done. Yes, sir. So it was that 75th Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav time. That time, if you wanted to do supply of national flags, mass production of this, if you want to spend on it, it was considered as CSR. Clear? Yes, sir. Okay. It is not there. What are you searching? If you want to take a pick. How do we do this? How will you get this? Some 3 or 4 amendments are there. Will you just take a pick or something? Or else you will take the entire material. You'll take entire material. Again, you'll reprint it. Madro, CS next time one madre. One paragraph amendments. So if NGOs need money, imagine if there is already established NGO, can I give money to them? Can they spend? Is your question? That is what I'm saying. No, if already the established NGO, can the company give money to them? Or can they ask money from the company? Possible, allowed. Correct. See, now if I have to spend money, I can spend it on my own. If I cannot spend, if someone is already doing it, I can give the money to them and they can also do it. But there are some criteria we'll see. It is called implementation of CSR. We'll see that. Clear? Okay, what else, sir? See, what is the big list people? Eradicating hunger, poverty, malnutrition and all. Okay. And promoting education, women empowerment, somewhere it will be there. Promoting gender equality. Men should be promoted, it seems. Empowering women. Setting up homes and hostels for women and orphans. Why not us, da? Why da? They are telling gender equality. Nowhere men are there. What nonsense, I say. Setting up old age homes. Okay, madri, yen ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ madri. Ensuring environmental sustainability. What is this? Towards environment. Plastic use ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. Do one campaign. Meaning whether it is being done properly or not. ROC.
Why there is no dustbin? There should be dustbin.
Correct.
Then why there is no dustbin? Then what is the
Attendance. See, so I'll tell you. Companies can spend on anything. It is their choice. If I find a better reason and a better, probably a better expense, I will spend on that. As you said, there should be dustbin. That actually not company should mind about it. Our government should mind about it. So it's not ROC in your particular case. It is basically BBMP. There are dustbins also, but not everywhere. If you go towards forum, in front of forum, there is dustbin. I'll actually tell you, dustbin, forget about it. Tell me where are washrooms in India? You say do not litter or do not do it on walls. Okay, provide me washrooms then. Forget about dustbin. I'll at least put it in my bag. Yes or no? What a dongle? Where did you throw it?
On the road.
A dongle? This time you click one picture. Let us tweet it to Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Next one, you can give it to Clean Ganga, Flora and Fauna. What is Flora and Fauna? Da? Dongle. Fauna is not foreigner. Yes, protection of national heritage, art, culture, Jallikattu, restoration of buildings. You have this one also, no? What is that? Kambla. Even in Karnataka also, you also do it. So in Andhra also, there is something called Uttaman. Andhra, ada? Oda, bang your head there. Ada. Uttlaman, something is their call. Okay. Next one, measures for the benefit of armed forces, veterans, war widows, and their dependents. Uri attack. Uri attack illa. Oh, sorry. Mani chadinge. Uri is a place, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. That Uri happened. So whoever are your veterans, basically the people who passed away, for their widows, for their children, if you guys want to do something that is considered as valid CSR, is what they are saying. Armed police forces, paramilitary forces, everyone are covered. Training to promote rural sports, kabaddi. Kabaddi is a rural sport, huh? No, yes. Coco is a rural sport, huh? Paralympic sports, you can do it. What is Paralympic sports? Olympic sports. Contribution to Prime Minister National Relief Fund, Prime Minister Citizen Assistance Relief in Emergency Situation Fund. That is nothing but PM Cares. It became very popular in your COVID-19, right? PM Cares. Your Paytm, Phone Pay, everywhere you could have done it. You can do it to all. So people remember, these funds are there, no? If you cannot spend money, throughout the chapter they will tell you. If you cannot spend, give it to me, I will spend. That is what even here also you saw. See here. Transfer to funds specified in Schedule 7. Give it to Pradhan Mantri, he will spend. Hey, why da? I mean, on this one, society, you only said BJP. Okay, next one, rural development projects. Rural developments, urbanization, their water, drinking water facility, slum area developments, disaster management. What is disaster management? Earthquakes, all these things. Clarification on spending CSR funds for creating. So these things were immediately added during COVID. If you are spending money, people, on infrastructure, establishment of medical oxygen generation storage plants. You remember, people, during COVID, you did not have beds in Bangalore. I mean, not home, basically this one, hospitals. So if anyone who comes up with, you remember that oxygen ventilators were not there. So if anyone who gives money towards all of this was considered as a CSR during COVID. And what else, sir? The company engaged in research and development. What is research and development? We saw exception of new vaccine, drugs, medical drugs, drugs and all. In their normal course of business, may undertake research and development activity of new vaccine, drugs, medical devices related to COVID-19 for financial year 2021, 21-22, 22-23, done by this year. 3 years was given. Sir, from next year, Bharat Biotech, even if you're doing it on research and development, you have earned sufficient macha, spend it on the society. Is clear? Subject to the condition that I told you, no, such research and development activity shall be carried out in collaboration with any of the institutes or organizations mentioned in the Schedule 7. We saw no ICMR. Details of such activity shall be disclosed separately in the annual report on CSR. Okay, we'll see what is that. Annual report will be seen later. Sir, general circular, there were a lot of questions asked. Can this be considered as CSR? Can this be considered as CSR? I told you, no. Employee, vaccine, no. Salary, lifebuoy, sanitizers. So they gave, what is it? Clarification on all of that. Vaccination for person other than employees and their families is eligible CSR. Other than. But families and employees is not considered as CSR. Okay. Clarification on spending CSR for setting up makeshift hospitals. What is makeshift hospitals? Temporary. If you remember in Bangalore, there were buildings under construction. There also the hospitals were set up. Theaters, function halls, marriage, in all these were considered, converted into hospital. The temporary arrangements, if you had spent, it is considered as CSR. Hargar Tiranga, we saw this. Now, people, see here in your book, there will be something called as probably fifth point. This note. There it says, as per general circular, which is given in 2014, items in Schedule 7 are broad based and may be interpreted liberally for this purpose. What do you mean by that, people? Whatever is given in Schedule 7, those items are to be considered liberally. Meaning, I'm not telling you guys to spend only on those items. If you want, you guys can spend money on any other thing also. I cannot say only Schedule 7 items are eligible for CSR. MCA only gave clarification. When people in 2014, in 2021, I don't know what happened. Recently, people, they gave another clarification. What is that clarification? Any money spent apart from Schedule 7 is not considered as valid CSR. You cannot construct Schedule 7 liberally. You have to treat only Schedule 7 as CSR. Who gave this clarification also? MCA only gave. When, sir? 2021. Sir, then which one should we consider? Obviously, whichever is recent you will consider. So 2021, they are telling you people, there cannot be liberal construction. Whatever is the lawmaker telling, Schedule 7, you have to spend money only on that. Yes, sir. I'd included, I don't know, where did it go? Okay, see here, 2.13. 3.13. See people, this is again MCA clarification only. Can CSR expenditure be incurred on activities beyond Schedule 7? Look at the answer. No. CSR expenditure cannot be incurred on activities beyond Schedule 7 of the Act. The activities undertaken in pursuance of CSR policy must be relatable to Schedule 7 of the Companies Act. The items enlisted in Schedule 7 of the Act are broad-based and are intended to cover a wide range of activities. We have covered everything, it seems. The entries in the said Schedule 7 must be interpreted liberally to capture the essence of the subjects enumerated in the said schedule. What are they saying, people? We have given almost everything. Everything we have covered. You can take it liberally. For example, I am telling you, you can spend it on rural sports. I will not enlist everything. If at all you want to spend on any particular kabaddi, if you think kabaddi is a rural sport, then spend it. But it should be something related to this schedule. Is this clear? Sir, this clarification is given in 2021. Again by MCA only. Is this clear? All of you understood? Yes, sir. Okay. So it is something which we saw it as note. Okay. Right on fourth one. Hey, turn on one at least. To turn off both. Turn on one da. Yadu guru nimdu. Activity is not considered as CSR. Activities in normal course of business, except R&D, outside India, but there is one exception in outside India, except training of Indian sports person. Except training of Indian sports person. So you cannot set up anything outside India. But imagine there is some game or some For example, that shooting and all will come. No. So it's something which is not available in India, but to facilitate that, if your Indian team is going abroad, if you are spending money now, for example, people, you will be seeing this Olympics and all hockey, they will say no, we do not have funds. If at all you are giving money towards your Indian team to go and train outside India for whatever is that period, they are telling that it is considered as CSR, provided it is for your Indian team, not for everyone. Understood, Usman? All of you? Okay, third one, political contribution. Political contribution. Activities benefiting employees and their families. Imagine they come up with a school for employees, children, it is free of education, not CSR. Sponsorship activities. Deriving marketing benefits. Fulfillment of any statutory obligation. TV shows, advertisements, marathons, etc. What is fulfillment of statutory obligation? Imagine I am a company which is producing a lot of pollution. According to Air Pollution Act, it is your duty to treat the air before you pollute it. Basically, you have to set that chimney and all, they do something. No, imagine water pollution. You are into this manufacturing of dangerous chemicals. Byproducts, people will just leave it away into the water. They say you have to treat it and then you have to let the water go. So whatever you are doing, you are not doing CSR. Imagine you have to set up some equipment for that. It is not CSR. That is statutory obligation. According to law, you have to do it. You don't have a choice. That is what they are saying. Is this clear?
Spend an advertisement or something like for women and child, when we spend for as advertisement.
If it is, so what they say, why advertisement? If you look at the intention, advertisements gives you marketing benefits. Now I will say women empowerment. You don't put logo at all. But so why are we doing? For marketing. That's the reason they are saying anything which is spent or marketing, it is not considered as CSR. Clear? Sir, once a CSR committee is formed, for how long the company needs to maintain such committee? It is seen every year. Suppose a company meets the turnover criteria first year and second year, but in third year it did not meet. Third year you can dilute it. Fourth year it meets, again you will form it in the next year. Fifth year it doesn't meet, you will dilute it. Sixth year, that is how the amendment effective is that. Correct. Is clear? All of you? Okay. Right on the next one, important. Unspent CSR. Unspent CSR. To know this, people, you need to know that there are two types of CSR projects. The first project is called as ongoing project. And the next one is called as not ongoing project, or it can also be called as multi-year project. Yes, sir. So there are, what is sponsoring the education of all government schools, but in a particular the company provides for catering, that is food. Okay. Is it considered as administrative expense? No. Administrative expense is something which is taken by the people maintaining that particular CSR. So it can be that CSR committee people to just establish an office for the committee. It is they are claiming it as traveling allowances. So those are not considered as CSR. That will come under administrative expenses. This is CSR only. Okay, people, CSR projects can be of two types, people. One is called as ongoing project. Next one is called as not ongoing project. Sorry, multi-year project comes here. You should use your brain, Noda. When I say not ongoing, how will you call it as multi-year? Simply copy pasting. We trust you, sir. Achha. Multi-year project. Hey, I'm human, da. Yes, ongoing project, not ongoing project. Ongoing project means, people, multi-year project. Now, what is this, sir? Now, people, whenever I have to spend money, now Ankit had to spend money. Ankit can spend it in two ways. One, people, he says I'll directly give it away to people. For example, some eradicating hunger. I'll come up with food. I will distribute food to all these slum development areas. Okay, done. The second one, people, he wants to spend it really big. Sir, for example, let us take, see, now whenever I'm talking about a normal company, for you the CSR can be coming around 14 lakh, 15 lakh, say 1 crore maximum. People, Infosys quarter profits is around, people, 4,000 to 5,000 crore. Quarter profits I'm talking. Reliance, let us not touch also. Minimum will be 12 to 13,000 crores. I'm talking about profits, and for quarter. Let us be very optimistic and let us take 1 quarter is 10,000 crore. 4 quarters, 40,000 crore profits. 2%, 10% is 4, 1% is 400, 2% is 800 crores only from Reliance. And within how many years you have to spend? 1 year, da macha. 3 Allah. 3 is excess spent, you can carry forward. Next year also Reliance earns money, no? 800 crore, da. Just like that society, it seems. We only. Hey, all of the companies can come together and they can give away 1 crore to us, no da? All of us will become, don't you think so? Possible, no da? India listed companies are 4,000. Let us imagine 1,000 companies at least are doing good. 1,000 companies, imagine, they can take care of us, no da? Correct, no da? Why all this, da? And again, PM cares. See, you take everything, da. What is that? Unclaimed dividend account, IEPF. That also give it to us only. Everyone, let us 1 crore. My life was settled. I don't know yours. Yes or no, da? So people, what they are saying, people, two types of projects can be there. Now, when I'm talking about companies like Reliance and all, they take up big projects. For example, they want to set up a hospital. They want to set up a school. See, when Reliance sets it up, people, it will not be a small one. It will be a big one. Now, the project will not be completed in 1 year. Correct? Because you will go floor by floor. The payments will be made floor by floor. Sir, such projects will be considered as multi-year project. So they are saying there are two types of project. One is 1 year project, single year projects. That is only called as not ongoing projects. This one, people, you will be given just 1 year time. For example, let us take for a financial year 22-23. For a financial year 22-23, now by 23 year end, people, I will know my profits. I will take 3 years average profits. I have to spend it in 23-24. Agreed? I have to spend it in 23-24. Now imagine, sir, in 23-24, I did not spend. I was not able to spend. The law says, people, 24-25, that is the next financial year starts, no? They will give you 6 months time. In this financial year, whichever financial year you had to spend, you did not spend, within 6 months from the closure of financial year, you have to transfer the entire money to any of the account which is mentioned in Schedule 7 of the Companies Act. It can be PM Cares, it can be Pradhan Mantri Relief Fund, it can be any fund which is mentioned in Schedule 7. Any money unspent has to be transferred to that account. You cannot keep it. You remember I told you initially it was just penalty. Now if Reliance is not spent, penalty how much? Da? Some 5 lakh rupees they will give. A maximum 1 crore rupees. Da. Imagine. Now we'll see what is the penalty and all. Imagine 1 crore rupees. Hey, they can safeguard 800 crores, no da. Earlier there was no this provision. Now they tell penalty is also there. First spend that money, give that money. Later penalty will come. Penalty is also there. Transferring is also there. Understood this, all of you? Pakka? Sir, what if it's an ongoing project? Ongoing project, people. Now imagine in 22-23, CSR was applicable to us. People, in 23-24, we started. Excluding this year, people, they will give us 3 years time. So it can be 24, 25, 26. So 3 years time will be given to you to spend that money. From the year it started in 23-24, don't count it. Excluding that, you will have 3 years time. Sir, in this 3-year time, you have to spend that 800 crore. Sir, what if in this 3 years, I'm not able to spend this 800 crore? The procedure is same. Transfer the money to the Schedule 7, given whatever the funds maintained in Schedule 7, transfer the entire fund to that. Understood? Sir, so until this 3 years, can I have this money in my regular bank account? Remember dividend? Unpaid dividend account? I told you, because if it is in your bank, you will treat it as your regular income. So what they said, do one thing, open a different bank account and name it as unspent CSR. So the money will be in that account for 3 years. Even in that 3 years, if you do not spend it, you have to transfer it to Schedule 7. Understood? Pakka? Yes, write down. Or you understood? Okay, write down. Ongoing project or multi-year project. Now, what is this, sir? It's a multi-year project. It's a multi-year project having a AC adjust பண்ணறதுல in class ஆಗೋಯ್ತು. It's a multi-year project having timeline not exceeding 3 years. 3 years. The 3 years in such a way that excluding year in which it was commenced. Correct? So they'll give me 3 years time. In that 3 years, I should not count the year which we started. Yes, sir. Such amount shall be transferred to separate account within 30 days from end of financial year. If not spent within 3 years, it shall be transferred to fund in Schedule 7 within 30 days of end of third financial year. So what do you mean by not ongoing? Not going. I wrote not going. Sorry. Not ongoing. Not ongoing is a single year project where you are telling that I'll spend the entire money in 1 year only. Ongoing project is a project which carries on for more than 1 year. Ongoing project which should be spent only in 1 year. People, and whenever I say multi-year project, imagine this 800 crore I'm spending in 3 years, correct? Next year, if at all CSR is again applicable on me, that next year's profit is not covered into this 800 crore. I have to add that also. Next year 800, imagine that will come to 600. That will also be added. You have to spend every year. Every year we'll get 1 crore.
First year CSR will be spent on monthly year process.
Huh.
Can we spend next year CSR or not ongoing?
Possible. You started hospital. After looking at it, it is not looking like hospital. You can convert it to school also. That is fine. Change in plan of CSR is allowed. Yes, sir. Understood? Okay. First one is also allowed. Second one is also allowed. I'm saying this only is allowed. We blueprint is hospital, da. But the black print is coming to school. Allowed. Do it. It's okay. Yes, sir. Such unspent amount should be transferred to funds specified under Schedule 7 within 6 months of end of financial year. So what do you mean by this, people? Imagine for 22-23 CSR is applicable. I have to spend this money in 23-24, correct? In 23-24, imagine I have not spent the entire CSR. Whatever is the unspent, the 6 months starts from here. That 6 months is 1st April 2024. So from here 6 months starts. Sir, running school or hospital only, if they charge fee, will it come under CSR activity? Running school or hospital only, if they charge fees, will it come under? Building can be considered as CSR. Once you have built it, you have started charging it. Now you cannot claim it as CSR anymore. Now imagine, building I did free of cost. Okay. Now if you have started charging on it, it is not CSR. Now how can I show it? Now what will I spend? Now the company is only, the school is only earning. No, now. You cannot show towards teachers and all as CSR. Not allowed. Clear? Is this clear, people? Sorry, here people, what is the case? Imagine in 22-23, CSR was applicable to me. I started it in 23-24. The first year is excluded in the counting. Sir, from the end of first year, they will give me 30 days time. So basically from 1st April 24, 30 days time is given. In this 30 days time, I need to spend, I need to transfer the money to a separate account. That account is called as unspent CSR account, maintained by the company only. Now in this, the amount will remain for 3 years. That 3 years will be 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27. Sir, once 27, I have not yet spent. From 1st April 27, I will be given 30 days time. Now in this 30 days time, I have to transfer the money to Schedule 7, whatever is the funds given in Schedule 7. Is this clear, all of you? 100%? Pakka? Okay. Next one. Now people, CSR committee, when and all you need to form? CSR committee. Whenever that thing comes, 1000 to 500 to 5, and if it is exceeding 50 lakh, you have to form CSR committee. So up to 50 lakh, there is CSR committee is not required. We saw one exemption. Yes, sir. And you wrote note. Today we started with that note. वो note क्या था? Asking that. Unspent, a company having unspent CSR account shall continue to have CSR committee. Meaning what? For Reliance, imagine in those 3 years, CSR was not applicable. Meaning I did not touch a net worth or turnover or profit, sir. But your project is going on, no, 3 years. Macha, come and see whether the project is going on or not. You have to continue the CSR committee until you have the unspent CSR. Understood? Sir, end of year 3, I transferred everything to schedule 7. Now I do not have unspent CSR account anymore. Now you can close your CSR committee as well. Clear? Pakka na? Not at all confusing, right? Sir, why did you use the word confusing? That only will confuse us. Instead, you ask, is it clear? Is it clear, Ada? Yes. See? Yeah. You know Upendra? Upendra will tell this only. He will scold us for that only. Yes or no? Okay. Who is Upendra? In SBEC, I'll tell you. Now see. Dana. Copida. Copida. Dana. Okay. Sir, what if there is a non-compliance? This can be important. Sixth one, we did 5. Non-compliance. Dal, do arrow dal. Company and every officer in default. Non-compliance. Company and every officer in default. See people, if a company is in default with provision of subsection 5 or 6, meaning sir, subsection 5 says people, I have to spend some amount. Subsection 6 says, if at all I have not spent the amount, I have to transfer that to the schedule 7. Sir, if I am not complied with 5 or 6, then this is the penalty. If I have not complied with 5 or 6, this is the penalty. Now, what is the penalty? Non-compliance of 135 5 or 135 6. And what is the penalty? Penalty on the company 2 times amount required to be transferred. 2 times of amount required to be transferred to the fund or unspent CSR or rupees 1 crore, whichever is less. So minimum penalty to, if 800 crore and all, it will be 1 crore. That though for sure will be there. If at all your CSR will be 800 crore. So 2 times of amount required to be transferred to the fund. So how much was my CSR liability? Imagine 800 crore. 2 times of that it seems 1600 crore or unspent CSR. No sir, I spent 400 crore. What is the unspent amount? 400 crore. 400 crore or 1 crore rupees, whichever is less. So 1 crore rupees will be the penalty. Anyone or whichever is less. So I'll take all 3 criteria. Whichever amount comes less, that will be the penalty. No, now take Ankit's case. 14 lakh, no, his CSR was. So 14 lakh into 2, how much? 28 lakh. Unspent CSR, imagine I spent 7 lakh. Another 7 lakh or 1 crore rupees, whichever is less. Ankit will pay 1 crore or 7 lakh. I will not pay anything, sir. Yes, sir, done. Okay. Next one, company. Companies and every officer in default. 1/10 of amount required to be 1/10 of amount required to be transferred to such fund or or 1/10 of unspent CSR or 2 lakh whichever is less. So then what's the use of penalty? Either ways people would pay less. Meaning, what's the use of penalty? Today I'm asking you to pay 2 lakh rupees. You don't mind? I'm telling you, see, first thing I'm telling you, you have to pay money. People, penalty, always remember, penalty is over and above doing the compliance. Money you have to spend, that we have done here only. What was this then? Unspent CSR. They are taking money from you. That is done and dusted. Don't think, money will be, you will not touch the money. It is only the penalty. That is not like that. That will also be taken. This will also be taken. This is a recent one. 2022, they introduced unspent CSR. Until then, it was not there. Penalty was there. When it started, nothing was there. Getting the point? Yes, sir. We'll write off one point. Or let us see of this miscellaneous provision. Okay, what is miscellaneous? Miscellaneous is miscellaneous only. Now you guys will, Ankit said, sir, why should I do CSR, sir? What will I get? Correct, no? People just like Deepika Padukone gave you Oscars. Here also you will get some Oscar. Meaning people, you will get award. For people whoever are doing CSR really properly, once in a year, the ministry will call the companies and based on certain criteria, you will be felicitated. You will be given awards and you can talk about it. I won it on lace packet, you can put it 5 times national award winner and you can promote more. Possible. Now what are they saying? Sir, do I get any people? One thing, okay, imagine you guys saw. No. Okay. Now imagine people, this year Reliance spent 800 crore. Correct? The next year, people, my overall profits is 40,000 crore. Correct? Next year. Can I claim this 800 crore as my expenses? So can I say 40,000 crore minus 800 crore? I will pay tax on, let us take 39,200 crore. Can I claim it as my expenses? No. 800 crore I cannot claim it as an expense. CSR is not a business expenditure. Whatever you spend cannot even be treated as a expense on tax. Entire amount is taxable. Understood? Pakka na? I mean, when I say entire amount, this one, whatever is the expenses, it is not eligible for tax exemption. This also they will not do. What to do? Yes, sir. Okay, see, tax exemption, no specific tax exemptions is applicable. Okay, specified companies. I've explained you about IFSC companies, Gift City and all, Gujarat. If at all any IFSC company is situated in Gujarat, for them, this CSR provisions is exempted for a period of 5 years. In case of specified IFSC public or private companies, section 135 shall not apply for a period of 5 years from commencement of business of that particular company. Whenever they set up, for 5 years it is not applicable. You know why, people? In year 1 only they will touch that amount. In our regular transaction, we will say millions and billions. No. For us, million only is a big amount. Billion means big amount only. 1 billion is how much? $1 billion means how much? 8,000 crores. People, 1 million means 10 lakh. 1 billion means 100 crores. 1 billion. Transactions in IFSC companies are always denominated in trillions. Billion ala children. Trillion, he will hit it in first month only. And if you tell CSR applicable, he will not set it up only there. So biscuit is given 5 years, don't follow it. It's okay. After that much, you can take care of entire India. That time, give me 1 crore. Yes, sir. Is this clear? Okay. National CSR Awards, Oscars. MCA, Government of India, if they can ask you commentary based questions. What is this National CSR Awards? MCA, Government of India has instituted National Corporate Social Responsibility Awards. National Corporate Social Responsibility Awards. Why? To recognize companies like Ankit that have made a positive impact on society. You have made it, The National CSR Awards seek to, what are we doing? Recognize the companies which have positively impacted both business and society. Correct? Now water bottle coming. I saw some video. You can chew the water itself. What is that? That plastic is chewable. What is that? Biodegradable. Edible. Oh, what goes inside? We should use word edible. Okay. Coffee, correct. Spoons and all are coming. Cups are coming. Wafer cups, yes. So these things are what? Sustainable. Sustainable means people, you are using a product which does not hamper the environment. Okay, Barry. Recognize the companies that are leading transformation by integrating sustainability in their core business model. Paper bags. They are bringing that What do you mean by sustainability? Leave the world better than you found it. This is only called as sustainability. Leave the world. Mars Allah, Oge. I'm talking about the day when Oge comes. Die. Real die. When you're actually going away, you have to leave the world in such a way, when you came, how it was, it should be in a better position. When we came in, there was no carbon dioxide only. Today, carbon monoxide also is there. But that is the basic definition of sustainability. Make sure the resources pass on to the next generation also. Okay. Biodiversity in ecosystem. So people, whoever are in this, you can award them. Sir, how, sir? This award seeks to recognize these companies. So how many awards we will give? We will give people 4 awards. 4 awards for whom? For excellence in CSR based on CSR spend. So whoever spends more will get this 4 awards. Ankit will not get now. Spend more. 5 awards for CSR projects in aspirational districts. What is this aspirational districts? Not defined. But for your information, extra again. What is it, sir? Government has notified some places, people. Here it is 112. Another 5 has been added, around 117. Our rural villages and all. Almost all states has rural villages. If at all you are spending money towards them, they are called as aspirational districts. So 5 awards are reserved to those companies who are spending money in these areas. Yes, sir. Next one, sir. 11 awards for CSR projects in national priority areas. What is national priority? Education, skill development. Women development is not there, no? Okay. Agriculture, health, environment, 3 separate. Next one. 3 separate awards are for micro, small, medium enterprises. MSMEs. For them, we have reserved there also 3 awards. There also reservation. Yes, sir. Correct. Understood, people? So basically 4 awards for CSR spend, 5 awards for aspirational districts, another 11 awards for national priority areas, 3 awards reserved for MSMEs. Is clear? Pakana? Okay. We'll see one more topic and go. Let's go for a break. They have given something called as Tata Steel, a company that also makes steel. What is this, people? Nothing, people. They have given how Tata Steel brought in society to their business. I believe I told you, I do not know. J.R.D. Tata was the first person who introduced the concept of 1 day off in a week. Sunday was never off. I'm talking about 1940s. People used to work throughout the year, not even 1 day off. And that time we did not have techie and all. We were into what? Production. Basically human labor was involved. Not even 1 day off was there. Nothing like leave and all. Paid leave, nothing was there. Maternity benefit was first time introduced by Tata. Even before Maternity Act was there in India. Again, the Sunday concepts. the working hours, 8 hours of working, everything was followed by the Tatas even before the law was there in India. So they are telling you, all of you follow their footsteps. What you'll smile? You have to follow, da. Matte you'll smile. You have to follow, da. Yes, sir. So people, that is what they are giving you a case study. Whenever we just go to, that is what they are saying. See here, maternity benefit, work day, 8 hours work day. So they emphasized even before there were laws were there in India. So they have given you a small eye opener that is called Tata Steel, a company that also makes steel. In addition to all this, they are making this also. It seems. Okay, Ram. Let us see of case laws also. Huh? Okay, let's go for a break and come. The minor part left, and after that, let us start your next chapter.